Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, that's I like that last name. That's off the
Mm-hmm.
chain right there. So,
Yes.
Miss Youngblood,
Mm-hmm.
go ahead and tell us about you. You told me earlier you was a personal trainer. Go ahead and just tell us about you.
Oh, where do I even start? See, I've been a personal trainer. Um, doing personal training for about the last 8 years, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I've been competing for 10 years. I think this year makes 10 years of
Mm-hmm.
doing that. But I've been around the whole bodybuilding industry since I was little. My dad was a professional bodybuilder, IFBB pro. So I
Oh
pretty much
wow.
followed his footsteps around the time I turned 40 and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always worked out. That's always been my passion or whatever. I love the whole, the anatomy, the aesthetics, all of that, just being amazed at watching people's body uh, change as they, work out and just seeing how committed a person has to be to the process when it comes to bodybuilding. That always kind of spoke to me from even a younger age or whatever. So by the time I got 40, and wanting to get back into the gym at that time because I wasn't for a little bit. Started to see the body change into a direction that I wasn't used to because I pretty much had always been fit. I've been working out since I was 12 years old. So
Mm-hmm.
so once you start to see and feel changes in your body taking place, so it's like, okay, I got to get back into the gym. So that eventually led to me running into Todd Rogers, who reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to get into bodybuilding. I'm like, that's something
Mm-hmm.
that my dad did, not necessarily for me, but
Mm-hmm.
I asked dad about it. He was like, oh yeah, you need to do that. You need to do that. So I'm like, okay. So got into it, fell in love with it, and it's been quite a journey since. Been
Wow.
competing in the Natural Federation in the beginning for about
Mm-hmm.
for 7 years, and then I went to IFBB, well NPC, about 3 years after that. So
Mm-hmm.
then I got my
Mm-hmm.
pro card, IFBB pro card in 2020.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
So Todd Rogers, I follow him too on Facebook, and I seen
Yeah,
so
I
he
mean,
trained
if
quite a
you're in the fitness industry, everybody knows Todd.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
so he trained a lot of people pretty much then, huh?
Yeah, he trained a lot of people. He wasn't my trainer or whatever, but we were part of the ODF fitness group. And that's what I
Okay,
joined.
okay,
That's how I got to be a part of it. Yeah.
okay, okay. I got Kennard just jumped in. What's up, bro?
Hello.
Hi, how's it going? Sorry I'm late.
No problem.
He's out of Austin. He living up in Austin, Texas, up there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's up there.
Awesome.
So go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'm done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So when you competed, when was your first show? When was that?
My
Your first.
first show was in 2013. It
Okay,
was at the
2013.
what was in INBF Physique Showdown. Todd Tanner puts on
Mm-hmm.
that show. I think he still puts on that show. It's now under NFF, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay,
It's
okay.
and that show is held in Stafford.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
folks, if y'all go on Facebook and go to Tanya Youngblood, man, she got some awesome photos, man. She got one photo where she actually looked like Storm. That one caught my eye right there.
Yeah,
When I
that's
seen
the
that,
nickname.
Yeah.
yeah, her nickname. When I seen that, I like, oh my god, this girl look like Storm, and she,
Mhm.
man, she looked better than the Storm that's in the movie.
Thank you.
And it's funny you say that because that was one of the photos that actually caught my eye. I was like, hold up, that's Storm.
Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah. I
Hey,
used to
so
do quite a few photo shoots and stuff back in the day when I first got started as Storm. But
yeah.
Todd kind of like blessed me with that name as I got started because back in the day with Facebook, I didn't like my appearance or whatever. So I wasn't comfortable with posting a picture for myself. So I
Uh-huh.
used Storm, one of my favorite, characters as my ID. And since he was talking to me, he would always refer to me as Storm, Storm, Storm. And then everybody else caught on to it, and it's pretty much stuck with me since.
Wow, wow. I
Mhm.
mean,
That's not that's
go
not a
ahead, Con.
bad nickname to have.
Yeah, I love it. Can't
Hey,
wait.
that and to be honest with you, that would caught my eye
Mhm,
when I seen the picture of her
mhm.
and she had the hair and she was just the six pack showing and all. I'm like, oh my god, she look like Star. I said
Oh,
she look
yeah.
better than she look better than Holly Berry on
Thank you.
I'm like she represents Storm good, shoot.
Mhm. I try, I try.
Wow, wow.
Mhm.
So you're a personal trainer, you work that what you do full time.
Yes.
So do you have a lot of because you of course you look like you probably in your 30s or whatever. You already told me your age,
I'll
so you
actually
ain't
be
gotta
50
mention.
this year.
Wow, there you go, right there. I wasn't gonna
Mhm.
say her age, but I'll let them say it.
Hey, it
Wow.
is
So
what it is. I'm proud of
hey,
it.
and you should be. You should
Mhm.
be. It's definitely nothing to hide because, like I said, you do not look your age. You look like you're in your 30s. You
I
know,
will
you look
appreciate that.
young. So
Mhm.
definitely that. So whatever you're doing, just keep doing. You drinking the youth of the what's that? The
The
fountain of
fountain of
youth.
youth. Yeah.
Yeah. So you still
Uh-huh.
drinking it. So
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
yeah. Hey, you still doing it. Hey, matter of
Yeah.
fact, you need to go and ship me a glass. So I so I could drink some of that. I was looking
Yeah.
at some of my pictures, man. I'm seeing all this great. I'm like, wait a minute, like 5 years
There's
ago, this was
nothing wrong
black.
with the gray, man.
Nothing
Shucks.
wrong with
Yeah,
the salt and pepper.
Thank
yeah,
you. Thank
man.
you.
I was using dye. I was dyeing.
Oh.
Yes, and it was getting so messy.
Oh, see
And
that?
yeah,
You
and
sleep
one time I
long, bro.
worked out, it got all on my shirt. I had a white shirt. I'm like,
Mhm.
man, forget that. I'm not doing that no
Mhm.
more. It's too much of a headache. So do you have a lot of your clients, younger, older? What, you know?
I actually have a very good mix of clients. I've worked with people from the ages of 14. My oldest client is 72. And so,
Mm-hmm.
so
Wow.
I have a wide range of clientele that I've worked with, people who want to compete. Um, I've worked with people, well, actually, I've worked in the retail business of back care products with Relaxa back in the day for about 13 years.
Mm-hmm.
And in doing that, you have to know about different types of back problems, certain stretches and exercises. We worked with chiropractors, physical therapists, orthopedic doctors, and so forth. So, in doing that and being educated with that information, it's kind of allowed me to help people of different backgrounds who have back problems, all the way from
Mm-hmm.
someone who's healthy and trying to improve in their sport to someone who just wants to maintain mobility and balance as we
Mm-hmm.
get older, because that's one of the main things that you tend to have occur as people falling and stuff, or
Okay.
people having back problems or have back surgeries and so forth. So I've been quite blessed to actually be around different settings to gain that knowledge and then pass that on to my clientele.
Oh wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. What about, do you ever do online training as well, or just in person?
I do. I'm still in the process of trying to get that platform together, but I do offer that as well.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Reason I ask cause King Cuz does that, and he have clients like in Dubai and all that stuff
Mhm.
all over the
Mhm.
world.
Mhm.
So I was, on the internet. Um, I just figured that was something that a lot of trainers would probably be doing right there. I don't know. I
Mhm.
don't know. I was wondering. I'm like, how would I feel working out with my trainer there, and I'm
Mhm.
over here. But
Mhm.
I guess if you watch videos, workout videos, I guess it's about the same, right?
Yeah, pretty much. And then when we were all affected with the quarantine during COVID, when that
Mm-hmm.
went down, that really picked that up in
Mm-hmm.
terms of, the gyms were closed, so you had
Right.
to become creative on how you were able to maintain that clientele, especially if that's your main business,
Mm-hmm.
and especially being cooped up in the house, you had really, not to say that you had no other options but to stay fit, but if that's something that you were doing to stay sane, to stay healthy, then doing the Zoom trainings and so forth or whatever, that just allowed a person to continue on with that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mhm.
So, as your
Mm-hmm.
online training wise, do you prefer to do like the Zoom training, or you prefer like your
I always
clients to
prefer
see
on.
videos?
Because
I always prefer, in person because I mean, I'm a stickler about form.
Gotcha.
And when you're doing online training, even I still have a couple of virtual clients right now that I work with, but it's you have more flexibility in what you're able to do with someone hands on
Right.
versus trying to explain to them, or I go through the motions on this end, I'm showing them what to do, or we're just working out together on Zoom or whatever so they get the form right and so forth.
Okay.
So yeah.
mm-hmm. Okay, what about your
Hmm.
eating? What about your eating? Is there a certain way you have a meal plan for your clients and stuff like that? Or that's something
I
you
do.
do, or
I do.
you do?
So
Okay, okay,
like for it depends on what, what their goals are. Because I have some clients who want to just gain a booty and strong legs. That's the thing now, right?
Right. Right.
And then you have people for example, I have one who's a cyclist. He does was it MS 150? Sometimes I get the title mixed up, but he's 70. He just turned 71 years old, and so,
Wow.
mm-hmm.
so it's
Mm-hmm.
about being healthy for him, but also helping him to strengthen certain muscles so he's able to do the long endurance rides or go up the steep hills and so forth on his bike. Um, it's just a wide range. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just a wide range of
Mhm.
different clients that you work with, but then just trying to help people understand if you want to lose weight, um, if you're trying to just maintain or lose weight, you have to stick to the program. There's really
Mm-hmm.
no other way around it. So, like even for myself, competing, there's a certain strict regimen I follow. I eat 6 times a day, full meals, and if I tend to go overboard, it's just with anybody. If you tend to go overboard with a cheat meal or having a little snack or something like that, that is not on your program. That's too high in carbs, too high in sugar or something like that, then it throws the whole program off. So
Oh,
so it just doesn't work to just you can't out cheat a diet
Right.
yeah.
much.
That
Yeah.
that was my next question.
Hmm.
How do Tanya eat? What do she eat? What is her meal prep day? What do she eat
Oh,
throughout the
meal
day?
prep days are horrible, but I know. I mean, because it's like I go to, say, for example, I go to the grocery store probably twice a week, sometimes maybe three, depending on what I've gotten. But of course, groceries are expensive now. It's
Yeah,
expensive
who
now.
you
So
telling?
so so meal prep days will include, well, I try to make it easier on myself, and I'm still trying to find ways to make it even more convenient. But for the most part, I'm always shopping at HEB.
Mm-hmm.
So I have them to steam my cod fish
Mm-hmm.
for me. So that cuts down on my cooking time. And then excuse me, don't get dry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I have them to steam my fish for me. I have beef. I have turkey. I have all different sorts of green vegetables. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Like kale, spinach, of course, asparagus, and hmm, kale, spinach, cucumbers, and so forth. But it doesn't really involve a whole lot of carbs. And the carbs I do have is like jasmine rice or red potatoes, sweet potatoes, stuff like that. It's
What
very
about
basic.
okay? What about you drink protein drinks, stuff like that?
Actually, excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So what's up, brother? So while she's gone, thanks for everybody for joining the Silver Fox Fitness Club. Glad to have you here. We have Miss Tanya Youngblood talking about her fitness journey. She's soon to be 50. Don't even look it. If you want to see her, go on Facebook and pull up Tanya Youngblood, Tanya. She's a personal trainer, Youngblood, and you can check out. She looked like Storm, Storm from the
X-Men.
X Men. Yeah, look like
One of my
Storm. So
favorite
when you
comics,
see
by
her,
the way.
yeah, yeah.
Awesome.
So when you see it, like I said, I mean, like I said, when I was strolling and I seen her picture, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, this girl look like Storm. I like, and she
Mission
got the six
accomplished.
pack, and she work out. Yeah, yeah. I was like, hey,
Hmm.
it's doing it. Don't change it. Keep rolling with it.
Yeah,
Shoot.
it's something about the character. It's not a whole lot of black representation in that
Right,
genre. Okay,
right.
Mm-hmm.
and so for me, seeing a strong black woman able to control the elements of the weather or whatever, that's just always thought I was like, oh, that's so freaking awesome. Is I wish I could
Mm-hmm.
be her. So then the white hair, beautiful black lady. I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we need to have more of that around here. So yeah.
And
Exactly.
and
So
and, and,
when
and
you
when
on,
that period of time, when as far as I'm younger than Al. I'm only 38, but
Hmm.
as far as seeing a character like that when I was young, because we didn't have a lot of that representation. So
Hmm.
that was big as far
Hmm.
as being
exactly.
able to see a strong black woman in comic books.
Yeah.
Even on TV, on cartoons. For me, it was
Yes.
cartoons. It was like, hey,
Hmm.
that was something definitely that was representation of all the women that
Right.
raised me. So yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Exactly.
So when you on stage, you go into character when you on stage competing.
I've done it a couple of times.
Okay.
Of course, not for IFBB, but for a couple of pro shows I did for WNBF when let's see, I think it was for the first time I got my pro card in bodybuilding. Because
Mm-hmm.
there's different categories. I started in the figure, then went to physique, which they called Miss Fit Body, and then bodybuilding at the time. So
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was fun. Plus, I was in California, so everything goes out there, right?
Yeah.
So when you get on stage, that's for bodybuilding and physique or whatever. That's when you get into do a character while you're posing to music and so forth.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had the white wig and the
Mm-hmm.
outfit, and yeah, it was pretty fun. Plus, the music that was put together was actually taken from excerpts from
Yeah,
X
for the
Men,
X-Men.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
you could hear Storm's voice going or whatever, and it was all dramatic and everything, and so it was fun. It was fun. Yeah,
Well, that seems fun. I mean,
it
it
was.
definitely is.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. So when women come up to you when you dress like that, I mean, what they ask, I know they have to ask, how do you look like that? How do
No,
you stay in shape like that and stuff like that? They've asked you that when you,
I don't think I've ever gotten asked that question. It's probably more so like, how long have I been doing
yeah,
this? Or how can I get arms like you?
yeah,
It's just usually always that's probably the number one question I get for the most part. How do I get abs like that? Yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Well, you definitely can tell you put in the work, and you definitely are dedicated to working out.
Oh
Um,
yeah. I mean, it's been a part of my DNA from the get go and stuff.
yeah,
Having parents or a parent that's involved with fitness, the fitness world, and how serious they take it. Watching his eating regimen, even from a younger age, it just did something for me as I grew up. So
mm-hmm,
then when I got into it, I played around with different types of meals and meal plans and um, macros and nutritional guidance and so forth. So once you find something that really works for you, you just kind of stick with it.
mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
so that's pretty much how that's going for me. Mhm.
Oh, okay, okay. Now, my next question is this: is somebody told me to ask you this. They said, ask her how
Uh-oh.
do she have time to date? Does she have time to date? Is
This is-
Right.
she at the gym? Is she at the gym all the time? Do she have time to date? Cause the way she look, man, is she a gym rat? I say,
I am a
okay,
gym
I'm
rat.
asking.
No
Yeah.
lie.
I mean, that's
I
not a
am.
bad thing. That's not a
Mm-hmm.
bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
But
a
it
bad thing.
helps if you have someone that is into the fitness lifestyle as you are, for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And see, he asked me that because, of course, number one, how you look, but he also asked me that because he said, man, since I've been so much into me, I don't really
Mm-hmm.
have time to really go on a date. He said, I'm so
Mm-hmm.
tuned into myself right now
Mm-hmm.
that I'm constantly thinking work, get off
Mm-hmm.
work, go work out, fix my
Mm-hmm.
food, eat right. He said, I'm just in a zone where,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, I don't know if I'm ever going to have time to date like I want to. He said, I wonder, do people that look like her work, do they date, or do they just
Yeah.
mostly, date, but what I'm saying is, do you have time to have a social life,
Mm-hmm.
or it
Yeah.
just, you know, yeah, that's
For
what I
sure.
told
I
him.
mean, there comes a point. I mean, from what I do is a little bit different than someone who's just going to the gym.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Mhm.
say like for example, because my diet is so restricted,
Mhm.
okay, and sleep is extremely important in order for
Mhm.
the muscles to grow and so forth. Yes, you are limited on what you can do in terms of entertainment, but that doesn't mean that you are a hermit.
Mhm.
You can go out here and there.
Mhm.
You can, as long as you're in control of what you're eating, what time you're eating, what time you're staying out, and so forth. You just have to find a balance between it. But then these days, when a person say, I like to go out, whatever, okay, are you just trying to play the field still, or what's your purpose in dating? If you're just
Mhm.
trying to, you know, meet whomever you come across or whatever, tap
Mhm.
that, move on or whatever stuff. No, that's not gonna work in this
Yeah.
industry. So if you're truly committed, if you're into bodybuilding or whatever, again, it helps to have someone who is in that same mindset as you.
Yeah.
When they know what your eating habits are, they know, okay, well, if we do something entertainment wise or whatever, we need to make plans for that.
Yeah.
So the
No.
spontaneous stuff or whatever. I mean, this is not bodybuilding is not something that you have to do all throughout the year, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
And so there is a point where you have a breaking point and you're able to enjoy vacations and so forth and eat what you want and so forth and not worry about it. But once you're in prep mode to get on stage or whatever, then okay, we got to be dedicated to this, but it all
Yeah.
depends on how serious you are. Because some
Yeah.
people can get into it just because they want to get on stage and that's a life goal for them. But it's on the bucket list for them,
Yeah.
and so forth. So it's okay. Well, how serious are you? Are you trying to turn pro? Are you trying to just, get your name out there? There's so many ways that you can take what we're doing in a competitive world and make it work for you in different areas of where you're trying to take your personal training business. What do you want to do is in terms of getting on TV or podcast or YouTube channels and stuff like that. I mean, there's just so many things you can do with it. It just
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
But
Got.
in short, yes, you can have a
Yeah.
dating lifestyle. You can have a
Yeah.
social life.
Well, you get. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you got to have somebody that's equally yoked with you, because you're not gonna just
Exactly.
meet a person that just don't like to work out. Because I know that'd be tempting. He'd be like, "Hey, say, baby, let's go to Papa Do's and
Uh-huh.
uh,
I do love to eat.
yeah,
Don't get
yeah,
me wrong. I do
yeah,
love some papados or whatever when I'm not in
hey,
prep or whatever.
yeah,
But yeah,
let's go to Green Goes. I just came from the
mm,
gym. I just came from
uh-huh.
the gym working out. That's all right. That guacamole ain't gonna hurt you.
Hey,
Right,
hey,
right.
we just got a Facebook question.
Hmm.
They said, what are some of your go-to songs to get you through a tough workout routine, or do you just zone out and don't need music for motivation?
Actually, I've been finding that I have a little collection of videos, motivational videos from YouTube that I will actually listen to. and sometimes it's that works better for me than
Yeah,
listening to music.
yeah.
Like I have my little playlist on Spotify and so forth, and there's not a particular song that would get me pumped to
Mhm.
get through a workout, but listening to oh, what is it?
Uh, uh, I was
Mm,
gonna say, I know on YouTube there are a few. Basically, on YouTube, all you got to do is type in motivational speeches,
there you
and
go.
it's a bunch that'll pop up.
Mm-hmm.
They actually have a few that are like an hour long, 30 minutes
Yes,
long, and things
yes.
like that.
Yeah, and they
Uh,
use the different excerpts from movies,
exactly.
so for the famous speeches from
Right. Right.
different movies. That stuff gets me more pumped than anything else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
I
I'm just not
Yeah.
seeing the question pop up here. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The question right there. Thanks for looking
Mm-hmm.
out on that.
Mm-hmm.
No
Sometimes I get
problem.
so other stuff going on. I miss people comments and stuff like that. So when you, so when you working out, you okay. I know this irritates you. I always ask people this. Does this irritate you when you trying to work out and somebody is on a piece of equipment that you want to use and they just taking too long? Does that drive
Oh,
you nuts?
dude, are you kidding me?
Or they be messing with their phone. They sitting there messing with their phone,
Oh,
texting and stuff. You be like, damn man, it's still gonna hurry up
mm,
or what?
yeah, yeah.
For
You
Oh,
know?
it's happened a couple of times where I was like, okay, like especially I remember one time I was with one of my clients and there was a lady that was sitting on this machine and she's just, it's I can't tell if she was like reading a book on her phone or something like that, but she was there for a very long time. And
Mhm.
we needed that particular machine. And I was like, okay, it's sometimes just seeing things just get you so, you know, worked up. So okay, just you kind of question how calm you can be to go over and say like, hey, are you done?
Mhm.
But my client say, oh, don't worry about it. So I got it. That's why she go over. She just kind of stood in front of her and just like she's like, yeah, are you done? Are you still working here? Because we want to
Mhm.
get on it like that. She's
Yeah.
oh. So then she just got up and just went on about her business. But yeah, it's just so rude. It's
Yeah.
so rude. I mean,
I
especially
know.
if there's not more than one of that particular equipment that's in the gym, you know.
Mhm.
It's like, okay, look, bro, maybe you should keep your phone in the bed, work out, then hit them back, or there's an area over there where you can sit down and have a conversation. But up on here, on the
I
floor,
know.
come on,
I know. You
work
you
out,
hold
go
you
home.
hold you holding up progress.
Yes, yes. Like, look, man, there's only so much time I got up in here, man. You're holding me up, you know.
Wow. Well, the
Pre-workout and
good thing
everything's about to wear out. So yeah.
well, the good thing is the gym is kind of I guess people kind of falling off right now, huh? Like
Oh
No,
yeah.
January, February, they be hitting it hard. Then around March, April, they start falling off. You
no,
know?
not where I am. At
Oh, they
Kinetics,
still
it's,
hitting it.
it's pretty much it's still the same.
Oh, okay,
Now I would say
okay.
we've been picking up more
Hmm.
clients there, but no,
Oh,
I
that's
wouldn't say
well,
it's
that's
dropping off at
good.
all.
That's
Mm-hmm.
good. That's good because I
Yeah.
remember right down the street from my house is there's a lot of gyms where I live at out here, but one
Mm,
particular gym, LA Fitness, right
yeah.
across the street.
Yeah.
And man, I remember the year, man, that parking lot was like
Of
super
course. Of
packed.
course.
Cause
Of
it's a
course.
grocery store that I go to over there. I couldn't even
Mm,
find a parking space.
yeah.
Now I go over there, I can find I can find a park. I said, yeah, about this time they start falling off. So,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know,
Plus, it depends on the time of day you're talking about because for the most part, people who go in the morning, they'll continue to go in the morning. And then
yeah.
people who go in the evening time, usually that crowd's a little bit more than the morning crowd, whatever. So it just depends on the time. But usually from my experience, because I worked in a private studio gym and then I worked in a corporate gym before, and usually around noon-ish or whatever,
Hmm.
there's hardly anybody in there or whatever. So,
Hmm.
so that's from what I've experienced or whatever. That's kind of like across the board.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hmm.
That's good. That's good. Now, what's gym you say you go to again? What's
Kinetics, that's where I
the
work.
Okay,
It's in
I seen
Missouri
that
City.
gym. I seen that gym. Yeah, I
Mhm,
seen it.
it
So
used to be Embody Gym, back in the day, and so but, yeah,
okay,
it's Kinetics right there in,
okay,
Lexington. Mhm.
yeah.
in the
It's
mall.
it's yeah. It's a
Mhm.
I know somebody that goes there too.
I'm sure you do, especially,
Yeah,
if it's somebody from the Ridge.
yeah, yeah. Well, actually,
Mhm.
no, man. Her used to work together when we was like in high school. I
Uh-huh.
used to work at Popeye's Chicken, y'all. I was,
Really?
yeah,
Oh.
over there on Belford. I was one of the cooks, y'all.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. Is
I
that what
was
kinda got you into fitness? Tell the truth though.
nah, what got me into it. Hey, I wanted to come into the club. I want all the hunters to look
Right?
at me. That what got me into it. And then
Uh-huh.
I got married and all that stuff went out the window. I'm like, oh hell, I ain't gotta do this no more. I'm cool.
Uh-huh.
Until I went to the doctor, they say, Mr. Henderson, we got to put you on some blood pressure medication. You treading that line of diabetes. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, see, and that just
Yeah.
happens to so many people. So many
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You don't
I'm
really understand how serious taking, it is to take your health serious, until you go to the doctor and they tell you, okay, yeah, you have high blood pressure, you're diabetic or something like that.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's
Hmm.
up, Christopher? I see my
Hey,
boy
Chris,
Christopher. He went to Willow Ridge. Yeah.
I
I had Chris
see.
on here too. He was on here too. Chris was on here.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Chris was on here.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I mean, by you going to Willow Ridge, Willow Ridge is a tight knit high school.
Yes.
We everybody know everybody pretty much.
Right. Right.
It's like a big family, and
Hmm.
it gets so frustrating or so sad when you see either a classmate or somebody under your class or older,
Hmm.
above your class that passed away, and
Mm.
it's kind of scary because then you look at yourself, you're like, wait a minute, that's in my generation,
Right.
you
Right.
know
Right.
and you start looking at that and you're like, I gotta do something. I
Hmm.
got to, and I
Right.
always tell people when I was younger, it was all about chasing the money, making,
Hmm.
getting the bag. And
Right.
it's still that, you still
Hmm.
need money to survive. But my
Of
number
course.
one thing is to be healthy for my family.
Oh, of
You know,
course.
I got small kids. I want to be there for them. I don't want, especially if it's something I can control, you
Right.
know.
Right.
So that's one of the things that really made me decide to just take health very seriously. And
Hmm.
then a doctor really broke it down to me about diabetes and
Right.
blood pressure, and
Right.
he scared me one time because I came in there and my blood pressure was so high. He said,
Hmm.
"Man, your blood pressure so high." He said, "I'm scared to let you go home." He
Hmm.
said he said, "You on medication, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm on medication." He
Hmm.
said, "Man, are you taking it?" I'm like, "Nah, not really." He said, "Man, do you know that this can blow your organs out? Your blood pressure
Hmm.
so high." He said, "You might not even die, but you might have to get you might have to get dialysis because you messed up your kidneys and all that."
Oh,
Yeah, he
yeah.
said all that. That scared me right there.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Yeah.
I still struggle, but I think I got a handle on it now. So
Hmm.
I've
Good.
been hitting it. Yeah, so I've been hitting it pretty hard. I changed my
Hmm.
diet. I mean, I've really changed my diet,
Hmm.
and I actually the number one thing that I got to feel about changing my diet is I have a lot of energy now.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing I started feeling was the energy,
Hmm. Yeah.
and
Actually, I have on my dad's side of the family high blood pressure, runs in the family, and that he had a stroke when he passed away a couple of years ago. I have
mm-hmm,
had, to watch my blood pressure a couple of times. Um, so that being said, the reason why I bring that up is sometimes people think that if you go to the gym, you work out, then that should be the end of it. But
mm-hmm.
still, sleeping and eating right is so important,
Oh yeah,
so important. And so if you don't have those two things in alignment, whatever, you could still fall short to things that you could, be experiencing through hereditary,
mm-hmm,
issues, or, just something that comes along eventually down the line is because you haven't taken notice of, how you're eating, what you're eating, what time of day you're eating, and how much sleep you're getting.
mm-hmm.
Your body has to reset every night you go and sleep. If you're never getting into the REM state of sleep, then you really aren't recovering from whatever you did the day before. And stuff.
Yeah,
So your cells and
that
everything rejuvenate itself during that state. So if we're never getting there, then how are you really cleansing your body? How are you really detoxing everything,
Yeah,
digesting
that's
everything, and then so you can start out fresh for the next day, especially
and
with
that's
Black
very
men.
important.
Right.
That's very important.
Mm-hmm.
Yvette, my co-host, she be on sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
She had a heart attack before, and yeah. Matter of fact, I got a picture of Yvette. Let me pop it up right quick. Let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
yeah. And
Yes.
she
Yes.
had a heart attack, and the one
Mm.
reason why she had a heart attack, she said, is was that she wasn't getting enough rest. She was
Mm-hmm.
going. She was, you know, being a personal trainer, but she wasn't getting the rest. She was taking care of her clients, but she wasn't taking
Right.
care of herself. And
Yep.
she said she was at home in the bed, and she had a heart attack, and she went to the doctor, and they told her, yeah, you had a heart attack,
Oh
and
wow.
mostly just stressed out. Yeah, so you got to take care of yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Mm-hmm.
even if you fit, you got to take care of yourself.
Oh yeah. I
You
mean,
know.
I have what got high blood pressure on my dad's side.
Hmm.
Um, my mom's type 2 diabetic. Plus she has sleep apnea and other issues, whatever. I have sleep apnea.
Hmm.
Also, I suffer sometimes from narcolepsy. So,
Hmm.
so if I'll still have the episodes every now and then. If I don't get my rest or whatever, if I am like really, really tired, I can fall asleep just talking to you, standing up.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow. So
it can get pretty bad, even like right about now or whatever. So
yeah.
especially when I'm in prep and I'm going hard, it's
Hmm.
like your body gets so worn out that you
Yeah.
just it's hard to kind of like reset. It's
Yeah.
unless you've gotten so many hours of sleep in. Unfortunately, unfortunately sometimes for me that doesn't happen. So having to force yourself to take the naps, having to force yourself to really get rest, whatever that
Hmm.
is extremely important.
And
Hmm.
that's something what you just said is new, because I always thought people that had sleep after they had to be
Overweight,
overweight.
yeah.
Yeah. So
See, it's
that's something new.
hereditary for me, and so with my mom has it. I have an uncle who has it, I believe. I think I have a cousin who has it. Um, yeah, I've had it. There's a one point where I had to sleep with the oxygen or
Hmm.
whatever, so I can actually feel like I've rested for the next
Hmm.
day. Because sometimes you get up and you feel lethargic still.
Hmm.
Sometimes you could, again, I could be, I think I'm wide awake, but then my air would just get cut off all
Wow.
of a sudden, and it's like when you catch your breath, it feels like somebody has gotten a strain on your throat so
Hmm.
hard. It's a you just can't breathe. It can be pretty bad. It can be pretty
Hmm.
bad. And so no, you don't have to be overweight to suffer from something like that. It could just be from
Wow.
hereditary.
That's
Hmm.
scary.
Hmm.
That's scary. I
Something
mean,
I
I
didn't
Oh yeah.
know.
yeah.
Hmm?
So
Say that's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know it either. I thought you had to be overweight. So that's
Yeah.
something. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I've been
Yeah.
actually kind of working on something that kind of talks about that because everybody's like, okay, well, you're going to write a book or whatever. What would you discuss? And I have so many things that I could
Hmm.
share, whatever. So, but I think uh, that's one of the things I would talk about besides going into uh, menopause during
Hmm.
this or whatever. So, because that's been a little bit difficult recovering from my um, injuries and so forth that I've experienced the last couple of years. So everything it's been a little bit more challenging for me this year for prep, but still trying to make a way and trying to um, figure what's the happy medium between the
Hmm.
two of meeting the goals and getting to where I want to be before I say I'm done.
Okay.
Fitness
Okay.
itself will never stop for me or whatever, but as far as the competitive world, the competition world, whatever, that
Yeah.
eventually will, kind of taper off.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Hmm.
I mean, you still good for now. So
Yeah,
you
still
got
good,
women.
and I still kicking.
Yeah, you got people in their 60s and 70s still competing. So I
Hmm.
guess it's all up to you how bad you still want to do it. Or
Exactly.
whatever makes you feel good. So
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
think that's still a good goal and accomplishment to be doing. What about
Hmm.
you? Do you have any kids? Any kids? No
Nope.
kids? Okay.
Nope.
Okay. Hey, you did the right thing. Now let me stop.
I mean, there was one point. a long time ago when I was trying or whatever stuff, but
Yeah,
no. Sometimes
man,
things don't work out and sometimes it doesn't work out for a reason and stuff.
man.
So, but I'm very happy with where I am in life right now. And um that's pretty much what I can say about that. hmm I mean, don't get me wrong, children are a blessing and stuff. And I have lots of nieces and nephews that I can,
Yeah,
reach out to,
I
whatever,
got a,
and
I
say,
got a mom.
hey,
He,
You're probably the
oh,
favorite aunt, then, right? That's it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
hmm
got a buddy of mine. He's 52. He don't have any kids,
hmm
and
You're you're freezing up,
You're
Al.
freezing up. Uh
Oh no,
oh.
his connection went bad.
Uh oh. He's still there?
Seems like he said, "Well, he got to still be there because we're still going."
Right. Right.
everybody. Okay, what about now? Okay.
All right.
Yeah, but anyway,
Okay,
yeah,
there
what
you
I was
are.
saying, he asked me, do I have any kids? I mean, he say, how I feel to have kids. Yeah, he said, how I feel to have kids. I
hmm
said, you see, I don't have time to do nothing. Everything is about the kids. Sometimes
hmm
I sit back and I'm like, man, oh Lord, I love my kids, but sometimes I think about, well, if it was just me, I start smiling.
hmm
But you know,
Right. Right.
but it's all good. I
But
love
at
my
least you
babies.
still have that lineage or whatever that you can, continue on with through your kids, so forth.
Yeah.
And then you teach them the benefits of being healthy and, being happy and, carrying on your name.
hmm
That's important.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
hmm
until they get married, I got all girls. So when they get married,
Oh,
yeah, yeah,
oh,
He got
okay.
all
have
Well,
my
yeah.
girls.
girls.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
It's
hey,
one
they
of them
can
things.
hyphenate. They can hyphenate.
Exactly. Exactly.
Hey,
Tell them to
my
hyphenate, Al. Tell them to
Uh-huh.
well, my
hyphenate.
wife, my wife,
Mhm.
my wife did it. She's still carrying her last name too.
I
She
said,
still
there you
got it
go.
now.
There you go.
Yeah, she got that
Hyphenate.
long name, Yolanda
Mhm.
Renee Herring Henderson. I'm like,
Wow.
that name, yeah. I was like,
Uh-huh.
man, that name is long.
Mhm.
But yeah, I get it. Well, shoot, I ain't
Mhm.
gonna hold you up. I am so honored to have you on here. Thank you so much for
It's an honor to
accepting the
be here.
invitation to come on. Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely, man. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
yeah. We
How
appreciate
Mhm.
can
it.
people get? And I gotta have you back on. I definitely want to see you. If
Okay.
you can come on out and stuff like that.
Okay.
What how can people reach you and all that stuff? Are you on Instagram and all
Yes, I'm
that?
on
Or
Instagram. It's stormfitbody_IFBB Pro.
mm-hmm,
I have a YouTube channel, but we're working on building that back up.
mm-hmm,
That's stormfitbody and email stormfitbody@gmail.com.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I got a YouTube channel and I'm getting ready I'm kind of cleaning out some stuff and getting ready to really push it hard. I got
Okay.
another YouTube channel at be honest with you, it's starting to pick up. I'm surprised too. It's I have
Mhm.
one of my side gigs I have is a vending machine company.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, me and my wife started it right before COVID hit and we started out with
Mm.
6 machines. Now we got 25
Wow.
machines. Yeah.
Wow.
Wait,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
hold on. Wait.
Yeah. So I posted two videos and I really ain't really, I just posted to see how I do it, how I was doing. And
Mhm.
one video is like got like 500 some views and I got people coming. I like,
Mhm.
okay, I guess I need to really just go hard and dig in there and just go ahead and get it so I can get monetized on that. But
Mhm.
I'm definitely getting ready to push the Silver Fox Fitness Club YouTube.
Okay.
So hopefully actually I'm gonna put this on there too. Yours
Okay.
probably gonna be this interview probably gonna be one of the first ones I'm gonna put on there.
Awesome.
On there, yeah. So I'm gonna start doing that and I'm gonna start having workouts, basically showing my journey of working
Mhm.
out, you know,
Mhm.
and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And also when we get to Houston, my cousin Terrence and Yvette, we supposed to be doing like a YouTube, like talking about the brand, talking about, fitness and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
That's in a few
um,
months, right now.
we're gonna do all that.
Did they
Yeah, well, I'll
say
be there
April?
April the 8th.
Okay.
I'll be there April the 5th, but April the 8th we're
Yeah.
gonna be at High Tower High School that
Okay.
morning. Yeah, that
Awesome.
morning right
Next
there.
month. My
So
bad.
yeah,
Mhm.
and she's a personal trainer. So reach
Mhm.
out to her and
Mhm.
go on, get
Right
to
now
see
I'm
her.
booked up, so which is an awesome
Mhm.
thing. But
Oh, that's a
yeah,
blessing. That's a
yeah.
blessing.
So I mean, if ever I get a chance to have any other spots come available, whatever, so then I'm more than happy to help people out.
Definitely, definitely, definitely. I need to get in touch with your boy Todd. I need to talk to him
Yeah,
and
holla
bring
at
him on here
Todd.
too. Yeah, I need to holler
Mm-hmm.
at him and stuff like
Yes.
that. Cause I know Todd, he definitely be in there. I haven't met him personally, but I follow so many of y'all. It's I almost feel like I know y'all. I follow so
Mm-hmm.
many of
Yeah,
y'all.
we've been around for a minute.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, Kanar, anything you got to say?
No. I apologize for being late. Son had an AU basketball practice that
Oh,
ran long, so another part of being a parent. You
okay.
know,
How'd he do?
kids.
Oh, just practice?
This
Okay.
practice. Big game this weekend. I'll be in Houston.
Okay.
Uh, uh,
Okay.
I think, are we gonna be recording this weekend now?
I don't
Uh,
know. I'm still trying to work out the stuff. I'm supposed to be having a guest coming on. She live in Arizona, so I'm trying to work out the times.
okay.
Uh,
Push come to sub.
but
I'm still gonna have to get over there and help Brum with setting up stuff. So
yeah,
we're gonna get him
because
situated this weekend.
yeah, because Arizona has like a 3 hour time difference from us, so I got to
Yeah.
figure out how I can get this all to fit in and stuff like that. Well, folks, thanks for watching the Silver Fox Fitness Club podcast. Appreciate it. Great interview with Miss Tanya Youngblood.
Hey,
Youngblood, Youngblood.
Thank you guys for having me. This was fun.
we
Hey man,
appreciate you for coming on.
we got to bring you back again. Got to bring you back
Awesome.
again.
I
Definitely,
love to do
definitely,
it.
definitely. And like I told you on the Silver Fox Fitness Club, if you want to promote anything, even if you say, hey, you know what, I'm gonna start a T-shirt brand or whatever, go ahead and post it on the group
Okay.
page. Go ahead. You have
Okay.
that you have that open invitation right there. And
All
also
right.
speaking of T-shirts, Silver Fox Fitness Club shirts. If you want a Silver Fox Fitness Club, these are not cotton. These are polyester cotton blend. These shirts
Ooh,
are like dry fit shirts. They feel real good. Go to silverfoxfitnessclub.com. But on the Fox, you got to go to Silver Fox with 2X, not one. And you can go ahead and purchase one of those shirts. And please do represent Silver Fox Fitness Club brand. So when people ask you, where you get that shirt? Silver Fox Fitness Club. It's for
gotta do
people
it.
40 and up, building up the community. We're motivating, inspiring people to work out, get in shape because life is too short. You got to be there for your loved ones. And the only way you're going
Mhm.
to do that is to do least the minimum of working out and take care of yourself. That you can least do that.
At
Least do that.
least.
That's the easy part.
Right, just a little
All right,
bit.
Just go walking.
Just go walking. That's it.
Mhm.
That's it.
Moving body is a healthy body.
That's
definitely,
right.
definitely. With Tanya, I like I said, I appreciate this, and I hope to see
Mhm.
you at High Tower High School April the 8th, 8 a.m.
All right.
Hope to see you there. If not, it's definitely my pleasure, and I definitely got to bring you back on again.
All
Definitely.
right.
All
Thanks.
right then, folks. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.